and we'll pull her in now. Hi, Sarah. You are live.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you?
I am good. How are you guys? I did wake up with a tension headache this morning, but it has
Oof.
since gone away, so that's good.
I'm so glad. Also, is this Sarah of Sarah Talks podcast?
It is.
Hey, girl. She's in our chat all the time. She is
Great.
we love Sarah. So I'm so glad you called. I also this morning had a headache, and I don't know if it's like allergies or like a hormonal thing. That's definitely why I don't even feel grumpy. I just feel cynical today. But I'm trying to spin it into something funny. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna all go with the bit. But Sarah, what did you want to talk about today?
Yeah, so I recently got into gaming because my soon-to-be boyfriend this Friday, which I won't get into, but I can rant about him all day, every day. But he got me into gaming, and when I told my dad, he was like, "Oh, but that's kind of a guy thing. You can't be into that. Like, you don't really want to do that." And I was like, "No, but I do." So I just wanted to talk about gender stereotypes and how I don't think it's fair that I can't enjoy things I want to enjoy just because it's quote unquote a guy thing. So
Oof. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah. Yeah. The story of my life for the first
I was
34
gonna
years of
say,
it. Yeah.
right.
And yeah, it's really interesting that there is still this conversation about girl things and boy things. And it's really interesting. It's like gaming of all things. It's like I don't want to age your dad, but it's like it's not what it used to be. Like, what game are you playing, Tara? I just got to know. That's what I wanted to know when you said you're gaming.
I've been playing The Last of Us lately.
Okay.
And I make fun of Alyssa for this, but I've kind of abandoned Crash Bandicoot, but I want to get back into Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's
that's
fine,
what I've been
Sarah.
playing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Last of Us. I haven't played the game, but I am a big fan of the show, and it's pretty queer. Anyways,
It is.
but it really is. But yes, like it's you know, as a host on the Transatlantic Call-In show, often, the question of gender and stereotypes, all it comes up often, and usually a lot of times stereotypes of like, oh, you can't do this is usually weaponized against people. And it's like really frustrating because like somebody tries to do something, it's like gatekeeping. In the game, like in the gaming world, it's like, oh, girls can't play because it's our boy space and it needs to stay safe and you can't let other people in it. And that's where a lot of that like comes from in a lot of ways. But it really is interesting because I think it brings up a bigger conversation about the social construction of gender and how the girl thing, boy thing is very ever changing and evolving. Like you can even go back with the color pink and all of that type of stuff. It's a really interesting concept to be like still living in the dichotomy of this is for girls, this is for boys, and everything else needs to stay away. And also the question I asked to you is, does and maybe this is a question maybe for your dad more, but the question is, what does it mean for your dad when he says that to you? Like, how does that make you feel, and what your experience is with him with those type of gatekeepy type of stereotypical gender role things?
That is a deep question, Josie, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk to you because you ask the deep questions, and I'm like, that is a really great question that I don't have an answer to. But no, that is a great question, and he's not normally like that. I think he just okay. So he's a baby boomer, and that generation is they have flawed mindsets, to put it respectfully, sometimes. So I think he just thinks that, because from what he sees, that it's all guys and like, oh, I'm going to turn violent, because I'm playing a video game. But, that's not the case. I just enjoy having that time to like decompress, and if I like it, I don't see what the big deal is, Like, that's
For
my
sure.
take.
I think another interesting part of when we assign interests to gender, or really assigning anything to specific genders, it's also interesting to think about how those things have evolved over time. Like, there was a period of time where men were wearing what we would call dresses and skirts and heels and makeup and doing their hair
Wigs.
to a degree. Yeah, like wigs, like doing their hair to a degree where we don't do that, or the like stereotype of men now are not traditionally doing that. And so there were periods of time where that was the norm, that was the style, and then over time that evolved. So all of these things they have historically, and they will change and shift. And a lot of the things that girls when they're young are given as toys are also meant to kind of like condition them into behaviors that they might want to emulate in the future. It's like you give a little girl a baby doll and it helps them, envision maybe like having a child in the future. And like little girls get those little play kitchens and stuff, and boys get like toy dinosaurs or whatever. Like, it's some of it is also a little bit of conditioning, whether we realize it or not. Like, that ultimately is what it does. But now we've seen that really shift, where parents are having a better understanding, especially I think like the millennial generation and beyond are having a better understanding of like, this actually is not how it has to be. And anyone can, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and it is, and I say this about sex all the time, if it's fun for everyone, it's consensual for everyone involved, then like it does not matter. It literally doesn't matter. And also, Sarah, you're a full grown adult. Like, this is not going to be the playing The Last of
Right.
Us is not going to be the switch that turns you into like a gun slanging murderer. Like, if this is not going to be the moment of that happening for you, I imagine.
Yeah, I like, honestly, like, I don't want to get into that, but like, I don't even trust myself, even holding a gun. So like, I'm not gonna all of a sudden be like this mass murderer just because I'm playing The Last of Us. Like, no, I like the story. That's why I'm playing it.
Yeah, you're more likely to just release a spore into society to cause an apocalyptic situation.
Exactly.
Just be accurate.
If we're really trying to hone in there. And as you were saying that you don't trust yourself, all I'm thinking of is like, when I was a kid, my nickname from my parents was Spillerella, because I would just spill and drop everything, like trip on things. I also don't trust myself with something like that. It just wouldn't go well for anyone involved. But that's not what we're dealing with here. And I think it's also like Josie's question is a really great way to elevate what that conversation is from your dad, especially if that's not normally a conversation that he would be having, to be like, that's so interesting that you say that. Like, what is this? What does this mean to you that you feel like we need to now have a conversation about, like, what my role as a woman is it playing video games? Like, that's just so interesting. Curiosity instead of judgment, and see where it leads you, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you gave me that advice. Oh, sorry, Josie.
No, please. No, continue. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I remember, I think it was the first time that I called, and that was the same advice Alyssa gave me was, come from a place of curiosity rather than judgment. And that actually really stuck with me. And I've been trying to do that when I engage with Trump supporters now, too. So the advice you're giving, Alyssa, is sticking. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, girl. Oh, so happy.
Yeah, it's interesting to investigate claims that people make, and it's you figure out what people are thinking, and then you could be like, you do know that there are literal games that are marketed only to girls, right? Like there are so many. It's like, are those for boys too? Now what do we do, right? Oh no,
right.
Boys are playing video games that are geared to girls. What does that mean?
What do we do now? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I love this question and I love this conversation. I feel like conversations about gender stereotypes and what people are wanting to engage in now is always evolving, and I'm happy that it's a conversation that people are wanting to have in such like an open way. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice
Yeah.
because things have shifted a lot over the decades of time, where there were so many, like having a credit card was a boy thing.
Mhm.
Right, owning land
Right.
was a boy thing by law.
Right.
And it's really interesting, and like and that, and to me, and like if you want to go really philosophical and historic with it, they created those things to keep women out of polite society, in a sense of trying to say, oh, women can't do these things, they're regulated to these spaces and they have these things. And if you want to take it even further back, it was what colonialism and pan-Europeanism was the thing that basically pushed gender roles and gender stereotypes across the world, because they saw people who were not European, slash white, as genderless mongoloids, I used to say for people. It's like, because there wasn't like the strict gender roles, even though there was like understanding of like gender in those cultures, it wasn't as rigid as pan-Europeanism made it. So that had a lot to do with, not only was it a situation where people were able to live their truths as their gender, it was, you have to live this as the truth of gender. It wasn't there was no part of it. So those vestiges of control around what women and men can do and what people were forced to do is what we are dealing with now, with the remnants of, with like the simple comment from your father, which may not have been malicious in any way, but it comes from a historical place of like, wait, girls aren't supposed to have those things, because it was so normalized for women to not be able to do things at all when it comes to what men were doing. And so I think that's where a lot of it like comes from. But again, we can go into deep philosophical historical context of where the gender construction became so rigid.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good conversation for Takis.
Yeah.
For sure. But I learned recently that women couldn't take out a business loan in their own name until 1988.
Oh, wow.
1988. And women also were not required to be used in medical research as part of like the sample group. They were not required until 1993. There's so many like crazy that's I was born in 1993. Like I am as old as and I'm so young. I am as old as that law is. And that's crazy. So I mean everything's going to evolve and change, and honestly, like you wanting to engage in something that that is or was seen as traditionally like a male dominated activity is you kind of taking part in dissolving what that is, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I needed to hear that.
Gamer girls are going to exist. Gamer girls are going to exist. That is out of the that genie's out of that bottle. Like
oh, I love the gamer girls who go on Twitch and like make so much money. Like I know a few of them who just they go on Twitch, they play their games, they look really cute, they make all of this money. It's just what a beautiful way to bring in an income to like, I just love it. A gamer girl
good at it.
is
They're pros.
and they're good.
I am manifesting that for myself.
Yes.
I'm manifesting that for you too. I remember when like Twitch streaming started to become a thing too. I was working in an advertising agency and I was so confused about because I don't like play games like I'm not super the only game I play is really The Sims. So like I don't really watch other people playing games. Like I never watched it on YouTube, so it just wasn't my thing. And so I asked the guy, like whatever representative at Twitch, I was like, just explain to me, like, what's the goal? Like, what's the purpose? If I can play the game, like, what's the purpose of watching somebody else? And he said, it's the same reason why people will watch the NBA because you can go outside and play basketball with a hoop if you want to, but it's a completely different experience to see people who are like pros and amazing at it. And so I love that perspective and I'll never think of gaming culture in the same way because I was like, oh yeah, that's so true. And I think like there's something to be said for how like the competitive structure and the skill that's involved in gaming, like there's so much there and now you get to like have a little piece of it, which is awesome.
Yeah, like I don't stream on Twitch, I stream on YouTube actually, and I just hit 84 subscribers, so I'm on my way to 100.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's amazing.
I keep being so bad at games and I'm like, how is this even entertaining? But it is apparently because I get people coming in my streams and they're helping me play the games and stuff. It's a great community. Just like the line is a great community too.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Well, congratulations. Keep it up. It's about personality. Like, people are entertained.
Sure.
People just want to watch you do it. And they're really watching you do it. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Like you're the main attraction, right? If you're not like an expert at a game, like they're not there for the gameplay, they're there to enjoy the experience of you experiencing the game,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sarah, for calling. I loved this little chat, and you'll have to let us know if you have any other conversations with your dad about all of this.
Yes, I will. And thanks for letting me yap about gender stuff for however long it was.
It's great.
Literally anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Sarah. See you in the chat.
Yeah. All right. See you. Bye.
Okay. Off to such a good